After yet another disappointing end to the season, finishing only 6th in the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder, that was led by Russell Westbrook and Paul George, fell very short in the playoffs. As most know, they were eliminated by the Trailblazers in only the first round, ending with one of the coldest buzzer beaters I've ever seen.
Lillard, a chance to send the Thunder home. Lillard, long range three. It's good! Are you kidding me?
In the following offseason, the Thunder made two huge moves, basically blowing up the team. First, Paul George was shipped off to the Clippers in return for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, and a handful of future first-round picks. A few days later, the Thunder agreed to trade Russell Westbrook, the 2017 MVP, to the Rockets in return for Chris Paul and more future first-round picks. Although this trade was more than fine for the Thunder, it still seemed a little lackluster. The Thunder might have been able to get much more value from trading Russell Westbrook, but ended up receiving a star who seemed injury-prone and heading towards the end of his career, not to mention his enormous contract. But no matter, at that point, it was clear to the fans and the rest of the NBA, the Thunder have fully initiated rebuilding mode. But then, Chris Paul reminded the world why he is the point guard.
On that possession, boy, that was impressive. So skilled at the basket. Paul drops another mid-range jumper. 14 in the quarter for Chris Paul, and Oklahoma City will not go away.
And he and Kyrie Irving having a friendly conversation as he goes back and forth. That was probably one they would have preferred not to have. That three-point attempt there is all the success they've had at attacking the rim.
Thunder can tie or take the lead here. Paul, another jumper. It's good! Chris Paul taking over in the fourth. 16 in the quarter.
Let's rewind a little bit and go back to the 2017-18 playoffs. People are quick to forget that Chris Paul was basically one hamstring injury shy of making it through to the NBA Finals. Heading into Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals, the Rockets had just tied up the series and looked to take the lead back home in Houston. With a brilliant second-half performance from CP3, the Rockets closed out the game and had all the momentum in the series after winning 2 games in a row, now taking a 3-2 lead. But in the fourth quarter, CP3 strained his hamstring, which ended up sidelining him for the rest of the series. And as we all know, the Warriors ended up winning Game 6 and 7 and eventually went on to sweep the Cavaliers in the finals, winning their second title in a row. Fast forward 2 years, now, halfway through the regular season, the Thunder have been one of the NBA's biggest surprises, all thanks to Chris Paul. CP3 has been sensational this season, and with one of the greatest floor generals of all time leading the team, the Thunder have managed to stay relevant as they continue to maintain a playoff position. Although his numbers haven't made any significant jumps, CP3's ability to play down the stretch and close out games has been on a continuous display this season. During clutch time, or the last 5 minutes of a game in which the point differential is 5 or less, CP3 has been by far the most productive player in the league. Although the numbers may be skewed slightly because in the 38 games that the Thunder have played, 28 of them have fallen into the category of clutch. However, they are 17 and 11 in these games, which is reflective of how good CP3 has been in late game situations. He leads the league in total points scored in the clutch with 103. Zach LaVine is at a distant second with only 83. But beyond just being able to actually put the ball in the basket during crunch time, CP3's elite leadership has allowed the sophomore guard Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to progressively get better, as well as guiding Dennis Schroeder to become a much better playmaker. While CP3 will take matters into his own hands when the game is on the line, he has taken a backseat offensively, letting his younger counterparts run the show. SGA and Schroeder lead the team in scoring, averaging close to 20 points and 18 points per game respectively. Billy Donovan's unique three-guard rotation has been dominant this season. Of the three-man lineups that have shared the floor for more than 200 minutes, they are first in the league in offensive rating, as well as second in the league in net rating, only behind Patrick Beverley, Kawhi Leonard, and Montrezl Harrell. It's clear that CP3 has impacted the Thunder in more ways than one, as he looks to continue leading them into the playoffs. Now, although the Rockets are still one of the best teams in the league, sitting among the top teams in the Western Conference, Chris Paul's performance this year has got to beg the question, did the Rockets make a mistake in trading him? I can't sit here and concretely tell you that if the Rockets had Chris Paul right now, they would be playing a lot better, or that Russell Westbrook was the missing piece of the puzzle that would lead the Rockets to a championship. However, there is no doubt in my mind that the Thunder won the trade over the Rockets. With 103 points in 114 minutes, shooting 54% from the field and 96% from the free throw line, CP3 is playing the greatest stretch of clutch basketball that Oklahoma City has seen in a long time. He has been nothing short of spectacular in the final minutes of tight games this season. His production and leadership has kept the Thunder relevant, and it's time for people to remember who the point guard of this generation is and put a little respect on his name. Anyways, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about how CP3 is playing this year and any other thoughts in the comments. And until next time, stay tuned.